welcome to Pod 5, where we discuss various issues related to education. Today, we will be talking about the digital divide and its impact on education.
Joining us today are guests Beatriz May Suliano, Rose Maricas Rojas, Shikina Carrasco, and lastly, Cherry Vey Asho, the education researchers and experts in educational technology. Welcome, everyone!
Thank you for having us. We're excited to be here and discuss this important topic.
Great! So let's start by defining what the digital divide is. Could someone please explain it to our listeners?
Absolutely. The digital divide refers to the gap between those who have access to modern technologies, particularly the internet, and those who do not. It is a disparity that exists in terms of digital literacy, access to digital devices, and reliable internet connections.
And how does this digital divide impact education?
Well, the impact is significant. Imagine a student who doesn't have access to a computer or reliable internet connection at home. This student will lack the necessary tools to complete online assignments, access educational resources, and communicate effectively with teachers and classmates. As a result, they may fall behind in their studies, leading to educational disparities.
That sounds like a major obstacle for students to succeed. Are there any specific consequences for the digital divide in education?
Absolutely. One major consequence is the increased homework gap. Students who lack internet access at home are unable to complete online assignments outside of school hours, thus limiting their learning opportunities. This gap widens by achievement gap between disadvantaged students and their more privileged peers.
That's troubling. What are some potential solutions to bridge this digital divide and ensure equal educational opportunities for all students?
Bridging the digital divide requires a multifaceted approach. Firstly, there needs to be increased investment in infrastructure, such as providing broadband internet access in underserved areas. Additionally, schools can play a role by offering devices and internet connectivity to students who don't have them. Some various nonprofit organizations and initiatives work towards providing technology and skills training to disadvantaged communities.
Those are some promising solutions, but what about the long-term impacts of the digital divide? How does it affect a student's future prospects?
The long-term impacts are significant. When students lack access to digital resources, they are at a disadvantage when it comes to acquiring digital literacy skills. In today's increasingly digital world, having these skills is essential for future employment opportunities. Additionally, the lack of access to quality educational resources can hinder a student's academic performance, limiting their chance of pursuing higher education.
It's clear that the digital divide has far-reaching implications. As we wrap up, does anybody have any final thoughts or recommendations for our listeners?
The policymakers, educators, and society as a whole must prioritize bridging the digital divide. We must work towards providing equal access to digital resources and technology for all students.
This will require collaboration and investment at various levels. Only then can we ensure that every student has a fair chance at success in education and beyond.
Thank you for all our guests for shedding light on this important issue. Your insight have been truly valuable.
And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Joining us next time as we dig into another significant topic in education. Until then, take care and stay curious.